vanish.
Hey, what's happening to you guys? Extreme Sonic here, and welcome back to another Absolver speculation video. Today I want to talk to you guys about more things that I'm looking forward to seeing in Absolver. I know like this may not be the video you were hoping to see, seeing as we all want some new information. I myself, I'm looking forward to seeing some more information, but the people behind Slot Club are literally being 100% ninjas. They are literally not spitting out any new information, no screenshots, not even a tweet, just to let us know what we could expect to see in Absolver in the future. But that's besides the point. Today I want to talk to you guys about some things that I've noticed that people are expecting to see in Absolver, and I want to talk about it to see whether or not this type of feature or mechanic would actually work in Absolver. Now the mechanic that I'm talking about is basically parkour. Now you know, I don't have to explain what parkour is. Everybody knows what parkour is at this point. There was actually a huge trend on YouTube about parkour, so I'm pretty sure you're well informed of what parkour is. Now from what we know, with all the information given to us, Absolver is supposed to be a game that is similar to Dark Souls and Journey, where you know you're pretty much exploring the world that has little to no narrative, and you're supposed to be able to put together the story by yourself as you're exploring the world. And as we know, Dark Souls or Journey don't have any sort of parkour system in them. Like, it's literally, you have very limited movement. You just have to move left, right, forward and backwards, and a very limited jump button as well. So, but the games are still appreciated. People love the game, and it's something that people have gotten used to. Now, when you're talking about Absolver, a lot of people, like I said, that I saw in the comment sections, were expecting some sort of a parkour system, seen as Absolver tackles martial arts, and martial arts is all about movement. It's all about being nimble and using your environment to your advantage. And people tend to associate martial arts with parkour, because parkour is a mean for someone to use to traverse through maps and reach places that you normally wouldn't be able to reach. Now would parkour be in Absolver? That really depends on the feedback that we, the community, are going to be giving the developers. Like, if we express our desire to see parkour in the game, they might be able to implement it. But if parkour is not in their vision for what Absolver is supposed to be, then it still would be okay to not see parkour. But if I were to be able to implement parkour in the game, I wouldn't give that ability early on in the game. I feel like they should save the parkour when you're kind of like, halfway through the game, and you unlock the ability to traverse through the map, and that would actually add a lot more replayability. That will actually encourage you to go back to previous levels and find new levels or new areas that you wouldn't have been able to reach using parkour. Now, what type of parkour are we talking about, to be more precise? Well, just the basic stuff, like just wall running, jumping over ledges, and maybe using rails to grind. I don't know, I'm just thinking of something completely different, but just the basic stuff like wall running and stuff like that. And then I wouldn't mind seeing parkour, to be honest. Really, Warframe, a game that is supposed to be about ninjas in space, originally didn't actually have parkour in it. It was actually later implemented in the game, because a lot of people were expecting Warframe to have parkour, since Warframe is all about ninjas who are in space and who have very nimble movements in them. So they were expecting that type of mechanic to be in the game already, and because of the demand for parkour, the developers listened and they added in parkour. So basically, I don't know, like, having parkour in the game wouldn't exactly ruin what Absolver is trying to be, but it would also be pretty cool just to see. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is environments. Now, I did actually touch on this topic a little bit in my previous video, but I actually want to go a little bit more in depth in this video and just talk about what I expect to see, how the environment should affect people's playstyle. Now, I feel like when it comes to environment, certain areas should affect the way you move when it comes to fighting your opponent. Now, from what we see so far, once a fight commences, once people begin to fight, and the area where they're fighting begins to look like a simple 3D plane, where it's like, how do I describe this? Oh, it's like Naruto's Storm 4. Like, you see all this nice stuff surrounding the opponents and the players, but there's no interactions between the actual fight and the environments which they are in. So I was hoping that hopefully as the game gets deeper into development, we'll start to see a little bit more interaction between the environment and the players as well. So let's say, for example, you guys are fighting and all of a sudden it starts to rain. So the rain should actually impact how you begin to move around your environment. So let's say, for example, as it rains, the ground becomes a lot more slippery. So if you're not careful, you probably might slip off, and you leave yourself at a vulnerable opportunity to be attacked. Or for example, you can use the wall and bounce off of it to deliver devastating punches or devastating kicks, or just to maneuver out of a desperate situation. Because we don't know how many types of environment will be in the game. If there's going to be snow levels, the snow should impact your movement and your speed. If it's going to be desert, the desert should be doing the exact same thing, and vice versa and stuff like that. And I don't know, like, I feel like the environment is really important to add a level of immersion when it comes to Absolver and all that stuff. Now, I don't know how the game's going to be, like, with the way they left us in the dark with information and stuff like that. It only just encourages my speculations for this game a lot more. And yeah, because I feel like having parkour and the ability to use your environment to your advantage would really add a level of depth to the gameplay and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it all depends on what we give Slow Clap in terms of feedback, in terms of our opinions and whatever the case may be. Yeah, because we saw a lot of places that we're going to be exploring in the trailer, so that just gave me the idea of the environment part of things. And obviously from what I saw in the comment section, people are kind of expecting to see a level of parkour. Now we're not talking about some high level parkour shit, like we're just talking about probably the most basic type of parkour, like just wall running, using wall bouncing, what other type of just wall running, wall jumping and all that basic stuff that you would expect to see in a martial art game. And obviously using the environment to your advantage, so probably using the walls to bounce off and deliver devastating attacks. I don't know, because of the mask, I was thinking about grabbing sand or grabbing dirt in the ground and throwing at your opponent's face to distract them, but because they're wearing masks, that will have literally no effect whatsoever. So yeah, or you could actually, I don't know, since we have magic in the game, this is just me just going out of bound here, but just using the magic to burn down the tree and hit the tree fall on top of them. I don't know, I'm just going crazy here. But anyway guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Absolver should have parkour in the game? Do you think maybe it should have a level of interaction when it comes to the environment? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm Extreme Sonic. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this video kept you interested for Absolver. I know that because we don't have any more information, any new information to be more precise about Absolver, things are getting a little bit, I don't know how to describe it really. It's just getting a little bit more difficult to wait for the game to be, updated. It's not updated, that's not the right word. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Basically, the wait for more information for Absolver is becoming a lot more difficult. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Next thing that came after that was a question about whether or not second form Frieza, second form Cell and Wuhan will be in the game. Now for all of them,